Hey, beautiful diamonds of light. Diamond of light. So it's late night vibes. You know what I'm saying? Never mind how I look. You know what I'm saying? I'll never let that be an issue for me. I'm doing my due diligence and taking time out to do other things to be productive. Um, so I think I said in one of my videos, um, last week, before this equinox hit, I'm pretty sure it was most like the last week I said this, a week before last. A few videos back. I know if you chiming in my videos, like I got different parts. So not few parts back, but videos. So what part of the video I don't know. So it's either last video for that one, or 3 videos ago. It shouldn't be no more than 3, maybe 4 videos ago. Confirmation, 3 videos ago. 3 to 4. I spoke on, and I could have sworn it was. I'm gonna look for it. Let's see, can I repost it? But I spoke on being mindfulness of when this equinox hit, when the spring equinox portal hit, when these new energies, the real new year come through. They've been flying this weird ass helicopter heavy for the past 2, maybe 3 nights, but 2, around about the same time. This is off subject, but know that those send out signals, first and foremost. Um, but as I was saying, mindful that I said that when this ends, you see the distractions, that's it. Thank you, Spirit. They were going to be having a lot of distractions and putting out a lot of fear tactics, catastrophes, weathers, um, just fear. The currency, right? Everything, right? All these things that just happening. And I said, be mindful because they're gonna be pushing all these agendas through your social media. That's gonna be coming on your For You page. This problem, this issue, that issue, this event, that event, this disaster, that disaster, this change, that law. I mean, it's gonna be like a non-stop revolving freaking door. Because what they want to do, catch my drift, and they're probably not gonna push this video. Cool. Those who meant to get it will get it. It's by design. They do not want you. Excuse me, my throat chakra choked. So they don't want me to say this. Mm-mm. That's why I know. Hold up. Drink some water. They do not want you to be in your high frequencies. They need you to be afraid. They need you to be in fear. They need you to be scared. They need you to panic. The food shortages, the this, the that, the proper fucking gander. You understand? Distractions. They pushing the virus through the programming, through the phone. The real virus is the mental and emotional virus. Mm-hmm. So if they hit the minds, the hearts, and the minds of the people, mind you, this massive shift is taking place. They know that when that portal opened up for this equinox, huh? That those frequencies on, depending on what energy we are in as a collective, that's that rapid manifestation. Don't let these external things throw you off course of going internal and focusing on the higher realms and higher timelines. See? excuse me, confirmation. And I wanted to vomit. They're trying to make you sick mentally and emotionally so that you won't have these energies to integrate you and to activate in these codings that should be coming online at this minute so you can manifest this higher timeline for yourself on a micro and a macro level. I told you all that our minds, hearts, create the realities. Y'all, they are throwing crap, caca, doo doo at the walls. Mind you, we are the ones that depend on if it's going to stick or not. Give them a diarrhea. Let it run. Let it run. Allow the pressure to create the beautiful diamond of life. Fear nothing. You understand? Fear not even death. Because there's no such thing. When you leave this avatar, you really live. You understand? But you want to make sure you're in alignment before you take off. Ancestor just came through. We are in a spiritual warfare. And they need you to be able to be low vibrational. Talking up my chakra, my throat chakra again. They need you to be low vibrational. Because these entities that are stuck right now, the more we vibrate and raise our frequencies, the less vessels they can roam in. So they're going rapid. They're like rabbits. All right? They're foaming at the mouth. Rabies is what's going on right now. This is what they give me. So, as our frequencies are raising and there's more of us awakening and coming online, there's less vessels for these entities that are stuck for the time being. That's going to try to house in certain vessels to keep a low vibrational stance. Now, mind you, shortly here it's not going to matter because confirmation. As these frequencies rise, excuse me, whoever is not in alignment, it don't matter. But they want to use vessels and avatars to tear crap up. They want to try to take as many souls as they can. So soulful people, don't become soulless. Don't dim your light. Don't allow them to cipher your essence to be stuck in the lower realms to which they're going, because they want to bring as many to those realms with them as they can so they can continue to play your puppet master. Because they know that they got to go, but they also know that energy doesn't die. But if they have to go and endure their suffering, they want to take as many as they can with them. Don't allow that many to be you. Don't live in fear. Let us manifest this divine utopia here as the earth is elevating. We're coming together. We cannot build the new earth on a faulty foundation. Don't be afraid of the future. They hadn't even got here. Nothing set in stone. It's a lot of probabilities. But what I can tell you that's set in stone that's not going to change as far as the vibrations and frequencies are going to rise. That's facts. They can spray as much as they want to. They can put all they want to in fear. They only have a short window left to do this. Don't allow them to take you with them because they know their time is up. And they, I mean the lower forces. All right, the lower vibrational. I call them the Badus, the lost ones. The ones that can either get into the higher realms or the lower realms. They're stuck. And whenever they happen to go in the in between, they want to bring as many of us as they can with them, so they can continue with their little games. Oh, they get it. They grasp some of it, but not the great depths. But they know their time is up. But it's always a new destination for them to play on the playground of what's set out for them to play. But it's going to be different for them this time. A lot of them ain't taking those memories that they've been recycling over and over and over, getting the privilege to remember, huh? All that they have learned to stay ahead of the game. This is their fate. This is finally their karma. This is finally the big payback. That's what they're not comprehending. No more ciphering their consciousnesses. Mm-mm. To continue to do it over and over and over and over again. They're going to have to start all the way over. 0 point. No remembering. Wiped out. See, when you get the privilege to remember and live another life after another life after another life, immortal kind of like, you can stay ahead of the game because now you're in control because you got the civilizations that's coming along. You setting up these systems and everything else because everybody else is new and fresh, while you done been here 500 years, some more. You understand? So imagine a person that's been around 500, 1,000 years, more maybe. How ahead of the game do you think they are? What do they really know? What can they really entail? What technology have they really comprehended? Hmm? How you think it got ushered in so quickly? Besides the ultimate downloads and activations and stuff, some have been here. You can call them time travelers. You can call them whatever you want to call them. Immortals. But that's the thing. They knew that it's an appointed time to. They knew that even that their time was eventually going to come to an end, but they was willing to take that time that they had to obtain all this power and wealth and rule things for as long as they could. And it's hard. I can only imagine it's hard to be around that long and having to give it all up. Yeah. Wow. But being around that long should have shown wisdom, not madness. It's things that have been around that long and longer and chose to be in the divine, but that's another whole experience aspects of it. Those are here ushering us until they're able to be here to assist because the frequencies has changed. But when you don't evolve and you choose to devolve in the darkness and take that energy to excel and control and rule, it's a disadvantage eventually. You will fall short. We can dim our light, right? We can suppress who we are and be amongst the lower entities that can sense our presence, right? And live through all the chaos, the turmoil, the hurt, pain, family, friend, whatever, life, and withstand it. Some of us couldn't. So, a lot of us have been taken out, took ourselves out, went crazy, went mad. So just know, the higher energies that's been in living amongst the lower forces, like agenda. The beautiful thing about that is some cannot withstand that pressure. So they check out. At their own doings, mind you. Confirmation, excuse me, because it has to be by design. Whether you didn't meet your missions due to however your fate was, you suicidal, drug, whatever. You got your frequency so low that you couldn't withstand being here anymore, to where you had to go back. You had to leave. You couldn't complete your mission. But the only difference is between being a low vibrational experience and choosing to rule for only a point in time, being a high vibrational being, you continue to be able to evolve and have more experiences and not be stuck. And you really always remember, you have to forget, mind you, we had to forget the divine ones. We had to forget to come here in this lower realm while they got to remember all this time. We're not knowing they remember. We had to come here. We forgot who we are, and we had to do the work to remember. It's still doing the work. All right? They have always got to remember in this realm. The tables are about to turn. Now, as the frequencies rise and we're ushering in these higher remedies and aspects of light, we're going to remember why they have to forget. You get my drift? Real talk. So, what that does for us? Advantage. Because those higher energies, once we remember and our aspects of ourselves, intelligence come fully online, we will be able to supersede this planet into where it needs to be of something they could never do. Because that was all about destruction and destroying, and didn't really build nothing to last like they did in the ancient times, like pyramids and stuff. Those was created during during the end of the divine stages before those darker energies came in. Because just all experience, it's just cycles. So that's why they last. That's why they're still here. That's why they're still able to be put in place, because it was I don't want to say manufactured. It was created from a divine aspect. The end of that era, though. Some of it beginning, when you think about the inner earth and so on and so on, other planets, was the beginning of the higher frequencies era. Those things last. While the lower entities who had their time, because everything they did was so low vibrational. The things they build is crumbles and it don't last, even though they've been around. And they kept their memories or whatever. Just to, it was all about destroying destruction, not to build nothing to last. It was all about to do things to be short lived so they can keep making money and consume. They would build it to tear up because it was all about control, not just being. Now we're going to build again things to last. While we have this cycle to live through from a higher perspective. All right? I know, right? Over here. But this is just a channel message that I'm getting. But so, yeah, don't allow this stuff to cause you to be distracted and deter you. Allow what happens to happen. Don't live in fear. Know that Source Creator God got you. And allow your reality to be as you want it to be divinely. And those things which you need will be ushered to you. Don't live in fear. Don't worry about the waters. Don't worry about nothing. Don't worry. Just know that everything is working itself out. They want you to think everything is falling apart. And although it is a purge going on and things are going on, for real, it's all for the greater good. So don't fear. Those who meant to last will, and those who not won't. But don't be afraid to, if anything happen and your avatar is done with its assignment, its mission, okay. But make sure you're in alignment here and here so you can cycle back, or you can have another experience back in a higher aspect, a higher essence, because we don't die. Nothing does. But you can have your experience, your next experience will be whatever heart frequencies and mind frequencies, whatever frequencies you was on when you check up out of here. Luckily, a lot of us are doing breaking generational curses and stuff. So some who've moved on out of that wasn't just that checked out the higher beings that came here to shift and they couldn't withstand these energies and all this dark stuff. So things took them out because of they're not willing to put in the work, and it was them not willing to succeed in their mission, so their soul was ready to go. But those divine souls, those earth angels that could not complete their missions, will come back to the higher experience because they didn't really do anything. Not to say didn't hurt nobody, but it wasn't at the cost of killing somebody to get ahead or none of that stuff. They might have been self inflicting. They might have been traumatized, and because there was trauma and couldn't withstand all this hurt and pain because they didn't love themselves, they couldn't produce that for others. They wasn't out here just deliberately trying to take people out and dabbing in the spiritual arts, trying to do in the ethereal realm, in the magical realms, trying to hurt people or literally killed somebody in the physical. Like, no. Those more self-destructive, and because of that, it affected the people around them. Whether it's their children, their mother, whatever. But it was only because they didn't comprehend or get to do their missions to find out who they were and love themselves. But they were still divine beings. Their hearts was pure. They just couldn't withstand these darker agendas going on that they had to come into. They couldn't stand these lives. But they still were divine. Those people, those souls get to come back to the higher realms through the healed generational bloodlines. But evolved. The ones that was been here that lost their souls, became low vibrational, just was willing to do underhanded things in the spiritual realm, or literally physically intentionally kill just for gain or whatever the case, sport, gain, whatever, that didn't choose to heal and get an alignment, but was doing malicious, downright underhanded, malicious, dark stuff. Those are the ones that are not going to get to come back through the healed bloodlines. They're going to be stuck in between, got to go where these lower forces, these Badus, are working hard to help see you go to these lower lower vibrational realms. Some stuck in between. There's different realms that certain ones are going to. Everybody's not going to the same lower realms. There's a multitude of different lower realms. There's a multitude of different higher realms. The earth is going to become, if you want to give it an educational preference, because the earth is a learning school, right? As they say. We're going from high school to a university. So, no, they say no. From a university to a multiversity. Thank you, Spirit. That's what we're going. Because we already have universities here, right? Universities. Even though that construct was lowered, like that's why they name university, like the highest. When you go to these colleges, you call them university. That's because this is the university earth that we're in. We're about to go to the multiversity earth. It's still going to be a learning experience, but it's going to be a utopic. You've earned this multiversity because you graduated in the university, the all-out life school. Beautiful, isn't it? If you could just grasp that. What grade did you get? Hey, it's all right if you get straight A's. Play the numbers. Play the numbers game. All right. As long as you got a passing grade. C and above. High C though. We ain't taking low C's. Cause I'm just playing. C and above. Them D's and F's and zero and. So, but if you made a C, you'll get to come back through to the multiversity, but your experiences, not gonna say that they're not gonna be good, because everything is gonna be good, but excuse me, confirmation, you're not gonna obtain certain abilities that others have, because you have to earn them. That's it. But nobody will be suffering status quo. Nobody will be suffering. No suffering. No suffering, no sicknesses, no illness, none of that. No envious, no jealousy. You won't even be mad because you know other people can do things that you can't. Like, wow, you're going to really comprehend that, okay, I know I need to do some work. I'm a work hard at the multiversity so I can activate or get my other abilities or my whatever is there to excel in, because it's going to be things, it's levels there, and it's levels there. It's going to be levels in the multiversity new earth too. We're not going to be robots. We're going to be all different, unique in our own ways, doing different things, but being able to co-create and live amongst each other in harmony and unity and love and appreciation, divinity, inspirational, inspired to get to the next essence, and then multiverse, helping others to get there, helping others and appreciating and accepting the help so you can activate more of what you need to, and whatever experience it may be there at the multiversity through the experience, but a divine one. But it's levels there. But nobody's going to envy nobody levels like we do here. Nobody's not going to be trying to stop nobody or trying to do no underhanded stuff because somebody in the multiverse have more abilities or more this and this and that, a little more advantage than the next. Because you're going to be able to comprehend that these things are just what they are, and you have to earn them, and you're willing to put in the work. Like some people here are not willing to put in the work. They just wanted to do underhanded stuff to gain. That's the thing. That's the difference. So they did not graduate from the university. So Earth is at a university stage. We're graduating. We're graduating. The divine ones got their diplomas. Mm-hmm. So, and it's all about having to be able to be an energetic body and going in these different aspects, different places, different realms, different universe, different universes, multiverses to have experiences. It's all about experience at the end of the day. So you can choose to experience the lower realms. You can choose to experience the higher realms. It's all about you. What school you want to go to? What I don't want to call it what learning experience you want to go to school. That's the example that they're giving me anyway. So you choose, but what I want to say at the end of the day is all about don't allow the fear to set in. Let whatever be. Know that you're protected. If you're meant to get through it, you will. If not, know that depending on the work you put in here internally, in here mentally, in alignment, mind, body, soul, spirit, etc., then as you transform, you'll transition into the higher aspect of a multiversity. What experience do you want? And you're also manifesting here too. Don't get into fear where you can't manifest your utopia that you know you meant for here, because it's here. Everything is not falling apart. The world is not going to work. Everything is not falling apart. No, things are shifting. The energy shifting is it's by design. It's a must. It's universal. It's multiversal. It's just what it is. It's energetic at the end of the day, and nothing stays the same. Change is inevitable, and it's okay. Don't let it deter you. Stay strong through it all. Once again, allow the pressure to create the beautiful diamond of light. Okay, beautiful diamonds of light. Until next time. Bye now.